Every year, the Brahmaputra river swells, putting the state of Assam at the edge. While humans have learned to live with it over the years, the state's wildlife scrambles in search of higher grounds. Every year, thousands of animals are affected, including the Indian one-horned rhinoceros, Asian elephants, Bengal tigers, Asiatic water-wild buffaloes, and hog deers.
Calamities are the order of the day. We see floods, cyclones, and other natural calamities affecting the entire country. But those are all stochastic events, unpredictable. It can happen any time of the year, especially during monsoon. But in parts of Assam, the northeastern state, annual floods is a every year phenomenon. Brahmaputra Valley is a floodplain. Flooding is natural. In the floods you have species like rhinos, buffaloes and barasinga. They are all natural inhabitants of the floodplains. So what do they do when floods come, which is a natural phenomenon? They move to higher elevations. But development activities and other linear infrastructures like roads, rails, resorts and human settlements have hampered their movement. There is no free, safe passage. They have to be taken care during the migrations. There are human habitations, forest patches, tea gardens. There's a mosaic of habitats, different landscapes in Assam. So not only during floods, even during other times, animals have to be given safe passage. So this is what we have in Wildlife Trust of India, in partnership with the Forest Department, have been doing for the past 20 years. And HCL Foundation have stepped in. They have been helping the cause for the past 3 years, playing a major significant role in addressing, providing relief to wild animals in distress.
However, things have changed since humans have started dominating the landscape. The higher grounds are now occupied heavily, giving rise to a high incidence of human-animal conflict. To address the problem, Wildlife Trust of India came up with an animal rescue and rehabilitation center at Pandari Kaziranga National Park in 2001. This Center for Wildlife Rehabilitation and Conservation services the state of Assam with its satellite units located across the major zones of the state. Supported by the State Forest Department and HCL Foundation, we have rescued more than 800 animals from 2019 to 2022.
At the Eastern Assam Wildlife Research Station, we have been attending all kinds of fauna throughout the year. We are also assisting the Forest Department in disease investigation process and capacity building of frontline staff. Presently, we have one lesser aged stork, one oriental bay owl, 2 black kites, and 2 injured reptiles at the center. We thank Assam Forest Department, HCL Foundation, and all the local people for their immense support in our rescue activities in the region.
Most of these rescues happen during the annual floods, but being a landscape with high density of both humans and animals, wildlife displacements happen throughout the year. From leopards getting injured in wire-fenced tea gardens or baby rhinos found alone, or dozens of endangered birds as victims of secondary poisoning, to endangered turtles picked up in fishing lines. The casualties span across large and small mammals, birds and reptiles alike.
We're all aware the kind of devastation that happens when there are floods in Brahmaputra, and this has been a recurring phenomena over years. While we are more aware about the loss that the communities living in that belt face and the larger devastation that happens, but seldom do we think about the kind of wildlife that we also lose in this process. So I think this particular project in partnership with WTI has also given us a lot of learning. And I think most importantly, it's about hope that despite all odds, we can save the rich wildlife that we have in that belt. I wish the team the very best, and we would continue to support. We are already working towards higher level mitigation measures and preparedness aspects, and we are also talking to the state government around how do we really scale it up, in terms of state also taking higher level responsibility in this mission. Thank you so much, WTI, for this partnership with HCL Foundation.
As floods hit the region with annual regularity and human needs continue to pressurize the ecosystem, wildlife suffers due to lack of space. And for humans and animals to coexist, humans need to change. Capacity building for forest staff and sensitization of communities, who in most cases are the primary responders when disaster strikes. Consultative meetings with the key stakeholders is one way of spreading awareness. The Brahmaputra Valley is a unique ecosystem where animals and humans coexist. And when disaster strikes, local communities play a critical role in the rescue of animals in distress, in coordination with the Assam Forest Department and WTI's response team. Thanks to HCL Foundation for their support since 2019.